And I will bring them on stage here tonight with us. So hello, Mel and Gary. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. Can you hear us? Yes, everything good?
I can hear you okay. People in the chat can tell us, can they hear you?
All right. How's it going tonight, Ricky?
It's doing good. I'm glad. I want to thank you guys for coming onto my channel with me and helping me out. I appreciate it.
No problem. You always support us. You're always in our chats and on our videos and stuff. It's the least we could do. No
so I don't know if you guys want to get into it. Maybe we should just go to the silly questions. I think it's been kind of a rough week for you guys, right?
Yeah, to say the least. It's been a downer, but honestly, we never stay down for too long. I mean, life will kick you in the nuts, but then you got to get up, shake it off, and keep going forward. Because if you stay wallowing down there, well, then you're never going to do anything. So
yeah. So I don't want to. I don't want to wallow on that too much because I know that's probably not a happy subject. So, but yeah, I saw the video and that didn't look like fun. So
it wasn't fun. We were just honestly, we weren't prepared to have to man the chute and mess with the concrete. We thought that when we were ordering the concrete that we were just going to have to smooth it over. We didn't know that we were going to have to direct the chute, like work with the shovels, do all that stuff. We thought that it was just going to be the smoothing. So me and Gary looked at each other. We were like, yeah, we can smooth it out. That's no problem. It'll take, 2 hours or so to cure. We'll be fine.
Right.
We weren't fine. It was all bad, guys. It was all bad. But we're taking the blame for it. Any kind of problem when it's a situation like it was just ignorance, which it was our ignorance. I mean, it's our fault. So we're going to have to rise above it, get it fixed, and keep pressing forward.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were, I think I saw comments and stuff in your video. They were rightly disappointed for you guys. I mean, that's the amount of work you guys have put into that. I mean, I mean, the videos don't even show it, right? I mean, the videos show the work, but they don't show the real time and effort that you guys have been involved in, digging those footings and putting that rebar in there. And then to see that afterwards, like, wow, I get it. So anyways, let's move on to something more fun than that.
All right.
So I've got some questions up here, and these are, I don't know if you guys know or not, but I had the Stony Ridge Farmer on here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I actually, when I was in there twisting some rebar, it was like last week or something like that, it popped up and I was like, I'm going to give this a listen, because when I'm in the hole doing work, I like to listen to podcasts and stuff. Kind of makes the day go a little bit faster. And so I didn't watch it, but I listened to it as if it was a podcast, and it was really good. You did an awesome job, Ricky. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. It was I never expected him to actually come on. I was surprised, but he's a very gracious guy. He's pretty down to earth level, just like you guys are. You guys are very gracious to come on here with me as well. So my first question to you guys is, and this is the same thing I asked him, is what are some other channels that you guys watch that are outside of your theme or your genre?
Outside of our theme and our genre. I don't want to name drop too many, but I actually watch some political different YouTubers, and they probably will be getting kicked off of the platform at some point. A lot of my favorites actually already have, but I like to watch that. I also like to watch sometimes like those true crime stories where it'll be like there's this one girl, I forget what her name is right now, but there's this girl, she does makeup and then she tells like true crime stories while she's doing it.
I think I know you're talking about. My daughter watches that.
Yeah. And honestly, Gary, Gary watches.
I watch a lot of fail army stuff and whatnot. Something I can watch and just laugh and
like fail videos and.
Okay. Like yeah.
Outside of our genre, but honestly, we watch a lot of stuff that's inside of our genre. Because one, we want to continue to build the community, make more friends. Yep. We want to learn from other people. Possibly have people learn from our mistakes, like the concrete fail. I mean, it was a huge fail. We had to suck that one up and post it because everyone's so excited and we're excited, and we're not going to hide and lie, about what happened. It is what it is. But our huge failure could be somebody else's success story in the future by learning from, what we did wrong.
It was a learning, right, too, right? That's part of how it goes, right? Not everything is good. Sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you have good days, and you got to learn from it and move on, right? So I totally get that.
Absolutely.
So how about what is something that your subscribers don't know about you guys?
Oh, I don't know. Open books, honestly. During our live chats, we get asked a lot of questions, and anything anybody ever asks us, for the most part, we tell. There is private information that we keep private. We try to at least, for like our last name and stuff like that, like exactly where we live. Like there's certain things that we keep private, and it's mostly to protect our kids. It's not even that I care. It's that we have young children, and I don't need the kids getting picked on in school or somebody being a creeper or that kind of thing. But as far as something, I'll think of something specific. I'm ambidextrous. I could
there you
write
go.
with both hands. I'm ambidextrous.
I'm going to ask the crowd, did anybody know that Mel is ambidextrous?
There you go.
Well, Stony Ridge Farmer's answer was he wears a size 14 shoe, I think.
Oh, wow. That's a big foot.
Like, that's big.
Yeah. I wonder how tall he is.
I think he is pretty tall. I know Gary's pretty tall too, right? I mean, it just looks like you are from film. I think Stony Ridge is 6 something.
Gary's 6'4".
There you go. So yeah, you might be taller than Stony Ridge. I think he might be 6'4" or 6'5", I think.
Wow.
He seems like a big dude. That's for sure.
Yeah, he does seem like a tall guy. I'm a tall girl too for being a girl. Most of the girls that I meet are my height or shorter. It's very rare that I'll see girls as tall as me. I'm 5'8", so it's
that's fairly tall for a female, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
How about what's your favorite part about either doing your YouTube channel or your favorite part about moving to Arkansas and starting a life there? Do you choose which?
My favorite part of doing the YouTube and just like moving out here is just honestly it's being a part of the community and building on the community, and actually just it's been one heck of a ride in this whole YouTube community itself. It's been something else, I'll tell you what. Been doing a great job with editing and putting out the videos and everything else like that. And it's been awesome seeing the support group within the community itself. It's been crazy.
Yeah, you guys are almost to 20,000, right? I mean,
yes,
you're knocking on the door. That's super exciting.
And you know what? I'll Ricky Ventures exclusive, guys. Ricky Ventures exclusive right now.
Right. There we go.
We are going to be doing something very fun for everybody when we hit 20,000 subscribers. We have something planned. We got something cooking up that we're working on. And I can't wait for you guys to be a part of it and to see it and everything. So that's going to be happening really soon, like very, very soon. Because we're going to release it before we actually hit 20,000 in preparation of 20,000.
All right. So you guys must be working on it then, because you're getting close.
Yeah,
I think you're at 19.5, right? So
yeah, you might see it Monday. You'll see.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Exclusive here. You guys heard it first.
You heard it here first, folks. Exclusive.
Let's see. What's my next question here is, what would you like to, well, maybe we don't have to go into this question because maybe you just answered this one, is what would you like to tell your subscribers today? And I think you just answered that question. So
there you go. You heard it first, folks.
You're like clairvoyant.
Yeah.
If you could change one thing about YouTube or social media, what would it be?
If I could change anything about, honestly, it would probably be make the algorithm a little bit easier to understand, because there's a huge learning curve, and that might be there to see who's serious about wanting to take it to the next level and who's not, who wants to do it more like as just a random pet hobby thing or whatever, or who wants to actually make a living off of it. And it's a very huge learning curve, and I'm still learning it myself. But the fact of it is when you're first starting out YouTube and you're posting videos and you think you're doing all the right things, sometimes you're shooting yourself in the foot. And other times you have that one video that you think is going to bomb, and for whatever reason, it just takes off like a light. So I guess maybe making it a little bit clearer if there is a possible way for the, content creators to know. I think that would be the only thing, but I don't even know if that's possible. That's kind of like asking for, a unicorn to come running through right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's like it is hard to understand. And I can see the reason why it maybe does some of the things it does. Like you said, I don't know. It's interesting. I see Ridge Life is in here. I see Coffee Angel Crafts in here as well. Tiny Tim
Oh,
Posey's in
awesome.
here.
Hi, Tim. Hi, Lynette.
We got
See you guys.
Tamifer rolling with a cow. So yeah, but I get what you're saying. How like, because I don't necessarily still understand it as well. And going back to the previous live that we had with Stony Ridge, he told me to post 3 or 5 videos if I wanted to grow. So I'm trying it right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's really doing anything for me. It doesn't seem to be, I guess, although I've grown a little bit just because you guys are coming on. I went, thank you for that. And so I've seen a little bump from that, but I'm not sure, like, is the bump because of that, or is it because I'm pushing a bunch of videos out there? I don't know. The jury's still out. We'll have to see, I guess.
Well, from what I know, any interaction is a positive interaction, even if they thumb you down or anything like that. As long as you're getting interactions, if they click on it, then that helps you. So regardless if it's a thumb down, thumb up, or just them clicking on your video today, like anybody that clicked on this today because of us, well, next time they're scrolling through YouTube and you have a video that put out, whether they subscribe to you or not, a certain percentage of those people will be suggested that video now because they've watched one of your videos before.
Yep.
So that's kind of how it works. So I definitely agree with Josh at Stony Ridge about especially in the beginning phases, have a posting schedule. So let your subscribers know, I'm going to be posting a video on this day, maybe going lives on that day, and stick to it the best that you possibly can. And that's going to help you to gain traffic. It's tried and true. It definitely works. If you're wanting to grow as a channel, you got to be consistent, because that's the only way that people are really going to get to know you. And the more times that they could see your face in the home screen, the better. So
yeah, I told it. Yeah, if you can get your face in that real estate. I posted some like shorts out there, and I don't know if shorts work differently than the regular videos. And there probably is some differences in how they do things in the algorithm. But I've seen like shorts I posted. I think like I posted one of my cats. One of my kids were playing with the cats, and the cat was like just doing pretty big jumps in the air. So I recorded the cat doing these large jumps and put some music, put it out there, and it like really pushed it for a while. And then it stopped, right? Like you could see it looking at analytics. You could just see where it just stopped, leveled out. And so I kind of wondered if that's like YouTube, like, okay, kind of putting the brakes on it a little bit, right? Not letting too many things blow up too big, maybe.
yeah,
Because it did that once, and then it went flat for a while. Then it bumped up again and went really well for a day or two, and then it went flatline again. So things like that I see going on, which makes me wonder about the algorithm. Just being cautious, right, about what they push and what they don't push, I guess.
It's the mystery of the algorithm, man. I wish we all knew the secret ingredients of what goes into it, but I guess the best advice that I can give is just pay attention to your analytics. The more you post, the more information that you'll be able to get, and the more accurate the information will be. Pay attention to like the good posting times and days when your audience that is already subscribed to you is online. It'll give you that information, and just do the best you can with the information that you're given, and eventually the secret recipe will all come together and it'll work out. Just don't give up. Just don't give up. Giving up is guaranteed failure. Like guaranteed. You give up, it's over. But as long as you keep going and you keep trying, then there's an opportunity for success.
Yeah, I'm in it for the long game at this point. So I'm a little concerned about wintertime and what kind of content I can get out there. But I know one person today posted on I've been posting some stuff about the North Shore. I've been up there doing some hiking. And I'll probably have to go up there in the wintertime, because I think that'll be something that people will be interested in seeing. Not everybody's seeing the big snow of Minnesota in the wintertime. So that'll be good stuff to go do, I think. So
I've never seen it. I've never been up that way. I've never been to Minnesota.
Right. So I think that'll be interesting.
The area is a mystery to me. I've seen it in photos and it's beautiful, but I've never stepped foot over there.
Yeah. So that'll be part of it. And I know my niche, if I even have a niche, is a little bit different than you guys. I've been really accepted into, I guess I would call the homesteaders community, which I think you guys probably are more associated with. That's been really the community I've been around a lot. And I've been also in part of, the farming and tractor community as well, because that's kind of what I do on my channel. I'm not sure if I have quite a niche yet. And I think that may make it take a little bit longer to grow because I'm not focusing on one specific area. And I'm doing some hiking, doing some fun stuff up north, even just doing some fun stuff around the house. So let's go to the next question. And that one is, what are something that you've accomplished recently that you guys are proud of?
I'm proud that we finished digging all those holes and tying the rebar, even though the concrete didn't necessarily go as planned. I'm still proud of all of our work that we put in there this summer and that we didn't give up and we stuck to it. And I'm proud that we have a solution to this problem and we're going to press forward and you guys are going to see all that too.
Yep.
Awesome. How about you, Gary? What's something else you're proud of?
I'm proud that we were able to make it out to Arkansas and be able to start this crazy journey. And it's been one heck of a ride. And every time we turn around, it's we're going through hoops like no tomorrow. Like when we first got here, we were dealing with all the rain, trying to set up the tarp to keep all the rain off the water or the water off the trailers. And oh man, we've had some doozy ones already out here, and it's been a wild ride, but I wouldn't trade it for literally anything in the world. Like it's been awesome.
Best. It's very freeing. Like all the struggles and stuff that we've had to go through just to get to this point.
Yep.
It all started even in Arizona and like Vegas area, right? And so this move was something that we had been saving for and working towards for years up until we actually got to move. So this year almost feels like the jump off point of everything that's happened this year has been what we've been working hard towards.
Yep.
And so every day is a victory. Every day is just like, although there's struggles and although it's like really hard, it's not, because this is what we want to be doing. So,
right. And that's what makes it fun and interesting too. I mean, and you guys are just completely getting it out there, right? I mean, just the amount of work you guys are putting into it is crazy. Let me go back to, I've been watching the comments here. We've got time for explorings in here. We've got Possum Run Home in here.
Hi,
said Ridge
Mama
Live.
B.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys.
What else would I see in here? We've got Tamifer, Jean Ackland's in here. She's from Minnesota.
Hey, Jean. Good to see you, honey.
What's going on?
All right, next question.
Those names. I love people.
They're definitely the community, the homesteading community that's in a lot of these people that, and I think even a lot of them even follow Stony Ridge before, I think too. Not everybody, but I bet a lot of them do.
Yeah.
All right. So next question is, what's the first thing you guys think about when you wake up in the morning?
Trying to think of the very first thing that we're gonna tackle for the day, basically.
And for me, it's, did I set the coffee pot last night? Do I have coffee?
So for me, I'm thinking it's like, do I need to wake the kids up or are they already awake because I need to get them to school?
Yeah. I usually wake up before, I'm the first person to wake up and I'm the last person to go to sleep. That's just my role in the family. And so I know, I can tell, we will all know if the kids are awake. Oh yeah, we'll all know. The trailer is tiny and
of course, yeah.
And loud. So if for whatever reason they wake up before me, then it's like, crap. But usually it's worse. I hope did I set the coffee pot? I start trying to actually smell. I sit in my bed and I hear the alarm and I start breathing in really deep so that way I can see if I can smell the coffee.
There you go.
And then I'm like, oh, today's gonna be a good day.
Right. So here's a question off the cuff. How much do you guys appreciate electricity now?
Oh my gosh.
Tremendously. Like
Yes.
It's way better to be hooked into it and then having to pay for the gas to be able to run the generator for it.
Yeah, the generator was killing us financially.
Holy.
And I mean, we could have roughed it. There are people out there that do 100% completely off grid and they never want to have electricity ever again. I mean, there's people that like grew up with electricity and then they purposely off grid. I've seen them. There's different channels and stuff out there. And that's how they want to live their lives. And that's awesome. But me, I'm too spoiled, man. The heat and everything. Like I need the air conditioner. I mean, I don't need it, but why suffer if I don't have to? especially when we're working so hard physically. It's like having that nice relief of air conditioning in the summer. And then being able to like microwave up some leftovers like that I cooked the night before and eat that for lunch. Those are like small things that people take for granted. And when you're living off of a generator, and say if I had the generator turned off because we were working, now I got to go fire up the generator so I could microwave my leftovers, or I got to stick it over the fire and work it that way. So small conveniences, but it definitely makes a difference for sure. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I've been thinking about up north, and I've actually started researching this more about possibly getting some solar panels to offset some of my electric generation at my place in northern Minnesota.
Yeah.
But the more I looked into it, doing it yourself is one way to go about it, which I don't think I have the time. So I've talked to some contractors, and it's not cheap. So that might be future. Right. So
the panels and the battery banks alone are very pricey if you want to get those deep cycles that'll last you for a long time without having to replace them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you calculate how much you spend on electricity bills, it can do the scale thing where it can be more beneficial. It's just a much higher upfront cost. And that's the problem, is it's the upfront cost. It's like, do you got 10 years worth of electricity bills just lying around in the bank? Because that's what it's going to take.
Yeah, it's a like you said, it's a big investment up front for and the payback. You start getting the payback, but it doesn't pay it off immediately, right? So
no, I mean, but our goal for our place, we are going to be getting power to the place that we're building. There is power on the property. You guys saw all that, and our house that we're building, we're going to have power there too. But our long-term goal is eventually, like down the road, later, be able to one day go and turn it off, and us be generating our own power from solar and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I know that that's a ways down the road, so that's why we don't really talk about it too much. But eventually, that's what we would like to have. So.
All right, so this one's for Gary. What's your go-to meal for dinner? You got to cook dinner. The kids are coming home from school. What's your go-to meal?
Dinner. What do you make?
That would definitely be like the viola skillet fry, like meal itself. It's like the chicken viola skillet fry stuff. Voila, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't even know what the name of it is. I just know it's in a bag and I throw it in the skillet and cook it.
And it tastes good, right? So.
Yeah, that or Gary fires up the grill and we have hamburgers and hot dogs. That's usually what Gary makes.
That's a good deal. So, what would be your favorite meal for dinner?
That he cooks, or
either one?
Because he doesn't really cook.
No, I grill here and there, but that's about it.
What's your favorite meal for dinner, just in general?
My favorite meal is gotta be meatloaf, definitely, and like side of mashed potatoes and gravy and.
Oh, that sounds so good. Do you make good gravy, Mel?
Oh, yeah, I can make gravy. I can actually. So I have a secret. Like, I actually can cook. I can cook, and I can cook really well. I'm just not a super passionate cooker because I have been cooking and having to take care of kids and family and stuff like that for so long. I'm just like, when it's dinner time, unless it's something that maybe a new recipe I'm trying, then I get more excited about it. But if it's just the day-to-day, oh, you got to do. Oh shoot, somebody's calling. Let me block them really quick. Yeah. My bad. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, I turned it. I blocked him. Somebody was calling my phone.
Lila said to tell you that it won't. Yeah, we're all here. I'm good. You good? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yep.
I could hear you, but you froze for a second.
I'm still here. I'm. You still see me?
Okay. Your video feed froze for me.
All right. Well, I'm still here. I don't know if it's still frozen. That's all right. We can still talk. I can still do the audio thing.
Yeah.
So that just means, we lost them. Timed out on us there. We did lose them there, guys. So now I can go back to the chat because I was just getting into the good questions, I think. Do you guys have some questions for Mike and Gary you want me to ask? I see we got My Aussie Gardens in the house. Hey, Daz, how's it going? We got Lindy Lipsky in here too. And we've got Yes, negative 44 weeks is rough. Roland Merkel must be talking about the weather. And they're coming back on. We're going to add them back to the live stream. Hey, Mel. We can see you again.
We're back. Sorry. I can hear you.
That's good. I know internet's tough up there, all right? That's all right. I was just telling the chat.
Sometimes when people will call, it'll interrupt everything.
We've got Daz in the house. He showed up too. I don't know if you guys didn't hear that. We got Rambling with the Brooms. So now I want to get to some fun questions here. So these are kind of like this or that questions, or do you prefer this or do you prefer that? And the way we're going to play this is I'm going to get both of you guys' answer, and we're going to see if they match. So the first one is beer or wine?
Beer or wine?
Say beer.
And I'd say neither. I'd say neither.
Okay, so you don't drink. So I'm in the same boat with you, Mel.
Not really. I drink very occasionally, like on big parties and stuff like that. I'll let loose, I'll have a good time, but I really don't drink very much. And if I do, I like the mixers. Like I'll do like a rum and Coke or something, Amaretto sour, if I'm going to, but I usually don't. Like, I'm not really a big.
All right, how about attend a party or host a party?
Attend a party.
How about you, Gary? Attend or host?
Oh yeah, attend a party. I don't want to host no party.
How about fiction or nonfiction?
Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on 1 second. Discuss again.
Fiction or nonfiction?
Oh, fiction or nonfiction, Gary?
I would say fiction.
Fiction is safe, nonfiction is safe.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Gary.
I think we're losing them again, guys. I think we're having more technical difficulties. Where are our comments at? So what are you guys talking about in the we got projects with Paul in here too. And we've got Vision Acres Homestead. Already saw Susie Jacobson in here. We'll see if they show back up for us, guys. That's one of the things about what they're doing up there, guys. And I know you guys have probably seen them on their live streams too. Internet there is, pretty sparse. So it's all through your cell phone. Hopefully they can get some type of internet in the future that's probably stronger or better. They're in a pretty rural area, so I know internet is hard to get up there. Even where I'm at in rural Minnesota, in northern Minnesota, where my land is up there, there is no high-speed internet. So it's either through your phone or we do have a satellite internet dish up there. It's not I don't know, what is you guys can tell me in the chat. It says, Jackie Anna says, do you know more Minnesota tubes? I do. I'm going to see if I can get maybe some of them on here in the future as well. I'm going to add them back to the stream here in a second. They've come back on. But what's the guy who's got the internet satellites going around? I don't have that internet. I've got a different internet. And that internet doesn't work that well. The latency is just so bad on it. So you're back, Mel. Can you hear me?
I could hear you.
All right, there we go.
Sorry, it keeps kicking us out.
Well, I was just telling the chat that it makes sense, right? I mean, you guys are way out there, just like my land up in northern Minnesota. There's no internet up there either. It's just the phone. I do have a satellite system up there, but it's not like the Elon Musk Starlink that Projects with Paul was giving me the name of it. I've got some satellite system that it works, but the latency on it is so bad that doing anything live like this doesn't really work out very well. You can watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, we're just using our cell phones. Like, we're only using our cell phones. Like, we have to suffer with this for uploading, for watching any kind of entertainment, any kind of internet. It's all through the phones. We do the hotspot on the phones too, so that way I could use like the laptop and everything, or like the Fire Stick. You know, we hotspot our phones, but
Right.
we have a hotspot in the trailer too, like an actual. It only provides data, and that works. But we get situations where a satellite will move like just a hair, and then it's disconnected, and then phone calls come in, and you know.
Do you guys have opportunity for some type of broadband in the future, or do you have not even looked into that yet, or maybe it's not on your radar yet?
In about 2 years, there will be fiber put in this area. That's what we were told by the power company. So
Okay.
maybe by the time that our houses are built, we'll finally get some fiber, but we're gonna have to just tough it out and deal with what we got until then.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you guys are still getting it done even with just the cell phone, so that's awesome. So
Yeah, I mean, it works. It's a little choppy. I don't know why the connection's being so funky right now. I'm sorry.
it's the gremlins. It's okay. It's all about the gremlins. So, right. How about reality shows or documentaries?
Reality shows are what?
Do you guys like reality shows better, or do you like documentaries better?
I like both. I would probably prefer a documentary, but the reality shows that like we watch is more like Survivor and Bear Grylls and stuff. So it's reality shows, but it's not at the same time. Kind of is. But
It's Gary watching the fell videos on YouTube, right? That's reality.
yeah, that's reality, right? What about you, baby? What about documentaries for you?
I mean, yeah, basically, you hit it with what we both like to watch, basically, with it. I mean, it's reality shows in the sense for like Survivor Island or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
That's a really good one. Bear Grylls, I'm sure everybody knows who he is. He's amazing. He actually, I didn't know because it's a Brit TV show, but he has a show called The Island. And
Yep.
it's a lot like the American game show Survivor, except it's not a game show and they're surviving Bear Grylls style. Like a bunch of people get dropped off on an island and they have to figure it out and survive. It's pretty cool. I like that one.
Wow. I don't think I've seen that before. All right. So I've had you
Yeah,
on
I
here
didn't never heard of it either.
I've had you on here for 30 minutes. I don't want to keep you too long. I got a few more questions to go through. Or we could stop here. It's up to you guys. So
Oh, we're chilling,
we're
man.
good.
We're good. I
Okay,
feel bad
okay.
because of the interruptions. We're chilling.
No,
No
that's fine.
problem.
I want to make sure I wasn't keeping you too long because I think I only committed you to like 30 minutes. So that's good. All right. So how about soup or salad?
Super salad, baby.
I would have to say salad. Salad for me, for
So
sure.
what kind
And
of
it
dressing?
probably depends on the soup, but I'm definitely a soup girl. And
Okay.
then what kind of dressing, baby?
Ranch. Gotta be ranch.
It's only going to be ranch. How about cats or dogs?
That's a dog.
I would have to say dogs on that one, for sure. I like dogs.
And I like both. I would probably, if I had to go with or without one, though, I probably would go without my cats. But I love my cat.
Sure.
So I would, yeah, probably dogs. But I love both of them. They're so sweet.
All right. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say you both are saying dogs, and I'm going to mark that down as both dogs. Would you guys prefer to arrive early, or would you prefer to arrive fashionably late?
Do you prefer to be early or late? I prefer to be early.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's funny because it's like you want to do it early just so that way you have more energy and more everything else, but that's when everybody's on. And then
Yeah.
so you have to do it late, so that way you get more interaction and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right. How about food trucks or the restaurant?
I'm sorry?
Food trucks or the restaurant?
Food truck or restaurant?
I would say restaurants on that one.
I would agree. I would, if we're gonna go and get food made for us prepared, then it's more of like we don't get it often, right? So I want to go in and I want to sit down and I want somebody to wait on me. Like I want the whole shebang. But as far as like certain food, like Mexican food, I want the street tacos. I want that truck. If I see that truck rolling by, I'm gonna chase him down, pull over, hey, please, because he has the best tacos in town.
Right.
But for most stuff, yeah. sit-down
he lived his
restaurant.
life making them, right? He grew up making this stuff. So he's making the best stuff you could get, right? When you chase the taco truck down, that's for sure. When I was talking to Stony Ridge, he kind of said the same thing. He's like, if I'm going to go somewhere and eat and drop some money to do it, I want to go somewhere and
Yeah,
be waited upon and spend the money, have the great time, right? So that
yeah,
makes sense.
that's how it is. Because it doesn't happen very often. So whenever it does happen, it's like I want to enjoy this. So
Yep. How about dine in or delivery?
I like dining in a lot of times, but delivery is always so much nicer because then you can eat it at your house on your own couch and everything. So I'm gonna have to say delivery.
and I'm opposite. I'd rather have dine in because I want to sit there and I want them waiting on me. If I'm dining in, if it's delivery, then I know I'm doing the dishes and I don't want to do the dishes.
How about yeah, right, exactly. And I hear you say. How about calling or texting? Would you rather call
What's that?
somebody? Would calling somebody on the phone and talking to them, or would you rather text and talk to them?
I'd rather call somebody.
I'd rather call them too, unless it's something super short that I just need a one quick answer for. If it's like, hey, give me a yes or no answer on this, then I'll just text them. It's not really a big thing. But I'd rather call and hear their voice and more personal.
Which is kind of funny because the way we set this up was all through Instagram, right? We've never spoken
I know,
to
right? It is.
real. So I don't know if the audience knows that
That's
or
the way
not.
of the world, you know.
Yeah, it's like I've never spoken to Mel and Gary before tonight, actually. So this is the first time we've actually talked to each other. And it was the same thing with Stony Ridge Farmer when I talked to him. I had conversed with him through email. Never talked to the guy at all until that night. So it all works out, though. It's all good.
It is all good, man.
How about, this is when I asked Stony Ridge Farmer, how about eggs or pancakes?
Pancakes.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are like all. I was hoping we would get more different answers, but you guys are like right on track. Like this is I guess.
No, pancakes all the way. I mean, I like eggs, but I don't know. We went through a time last year when we were doing the Dave Ramsey thing, trying to save all of our money so that way we can get out here on this crazy adventure.
Yep.
And we had chickens and stuff, and we were eating
We ate
literally
a lot of
eggs, beans, rice, bread, and
So now we know
however I
why.
could dress it up and fancy it up. And so now I don't really want to eat eggs too much because we probably had eggs like every day that year, like every day where we were eating eggs. And yeah, I love eggs. Don't get me wrong, but it's pancakes for sure.
So I assume your future, maybe I shouldn't assume, but are your future plans to have livestock and animals and
Yes, but we need to finish building the house and stuff first before we get any more animals because I want to make sure that we have proper pens for them. I want to make sure that we can take care of them through all the seasons, and I want to experience some of these seasons out here by myself firsthand before I subject a whole bunch of new animals to it.
That makes sense.
So,
all right. So how about French fries or onion rings?
What's that? I'm sorry, you cut out just for a second.
French fries or onion rings?
Onion rings.
I'd have to do French fries.
Oh, we got a difference there. All right. How about pizza or Chinese food? Pizza or Chinese food?
Pizza.
Probably pizza on who's making the pizza and who's making the Chinese. But probably pizza.
How about roller coasters or water slides?
Water slide.
I would have to say roller coasters.
I'm all about that.
I love roller coasters.
See, now you guys are catching back up where you're starting to split. Right now, most of your answers have been the same pretty much, but the last couple of ones, you guys are diverging. How about are you guys a glass half full or a glass half empty when you look at situations?
I'm a glass half full type person. I like to, or there's that other
There's the
saying.
other saying, the glass is completely full.
Yeah, the glass is
Technically.
completely full.
Because it's
Okay.
half full of water and then the other half's full of air. So technically it's
All the way
completely full.
He's got a point.
Nah.
How about in the theme?
It's I guess being like an optimistic realist, to where like you are not rejecting reality. You're not like so full of optimism that you can't see like a failure in front of you. Like, but at the same time being optimistic. That's kind of how I like to consider my personality, being like an optimistic realist.
And I think that comes off in your videos and your lives. So I mean, you guys are. I without even asking the question, I think I already knew that you guys were glass half full, right? You can just see it. At least I think I can. So
yeah, you try at least.
how about did I ask this one? No, this is it. Zombies or vampires? Zombies or vampires?
Zombies.
Yeah, zombies.
Zombies.
Guacamole or salsa?
Ooh.
Guacamole. Yep.
I'm gonna go with some salsa.
All right. How about chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream?
Chocolate.
I'd have to say vanilla ice cream. Sometimes the chocolate ice cream, you eat too much of it, it sort of tastes chalky.
I hear that. I hear you.
All right. Here's another one I asked Stony Ridge. How about dragons or unicorns?
Oh, dragon.
Oh, there we go. Both like dragons. So I'm the unicorn guy.
Don't tell my daughter though; she'll be upset. Don't tell my daughter; she'll be mad.
Ninjas or pirates?
Ooh.
Oh no, that's a good one.
I'm gonna say pirate.
I don't know. I have to say ninjas. They're a little bit more stealthy.
Yeah, but pirates, they got the boat and the patch eyes and everything, and
they come in ablazing.
Yeah, good a pirate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The pirates
see what you started.
Come in ablazing.
How about
Only
Batman? How about Batman or Superman?
Batman. Batman, yeah.
All right, one more.
I take that back. I take that back. I'm gonna say Superman, because Superman actually has powers and Batman just has a lot of money. I'm gonna say Superman.
Batman's got a lot of gadgets, right? So like this money, right? So
yeah, he's like Inspector Gadget almost. Go Gadget Batmobile.
Fruits or vegetables?
Vegetables.
Fruit.
All right. So this is my last question, and that is, if you could have a superpower, and it could be either being able to fly or being invisible, which one would you choose?
Being able to fly.
Be invisible or be able to fly?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one right there. Being able to fly would be dope. I would really want to be able to fly. Being invisible.
You know how fast you'd be able to go places?
That'd be real.
That'd be so cool. Being invisible, I could see being very beneficial, but only for like sneaky stuff. But I'm not trying to be up to sneaky stuff, so I'll just take the flying.
Just gonna go with the flying.
It'll keep me out of trouble. It'll keep me out of trouble if I can just fly.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on with me. I really appreciate it. I think the answers you guys gave though here are pretty much. I think it was about half and half when I looked at the total. When I'm looking at the total, I might have missed a few of them, but I think you guys were half the time the same and half the time different. So
that's awesome, man. Thank you for having us on your show today.
Yep.
Thank you for asking us and inviting us. It was a lot of fun. You had some good questions. It was good stuff, dude. And I
Yeah.
want to say thank you, Ricky, for always being such a good support system to us. We did get your letter and everything, and like,
Yep.
it really was awesome. And I really appreciate you joining the community and being a part of it. It's very nice
Yep.
to have you. And
That's very awesome.
thank you for hosting us today.
Yeah, it's been great. I'm glad you guys came on. I hope we had a good time. I hope the people in the chat enjoyed it. I really appreciate you guys coming on. All right.
Round of
Okay.
applause. Bye,
All right.
guys.
Take it easy.